Good evening, my fellow detractors. Fisgas back again. I tried recording a video yesterday, but because I'm still trying to learn the ropes here, ended up recording for an hour only to find out that the whole video was basically without sound. So yeah, that was a bit of a bummer. Anyway, I am back here today to talk about my own theory about this whole interview thing and why I believe this whole thing is part of a little play that our boy Darkside Parasite is trying to pull. But before I get into that, I would like to first of all thank King Jad here, who has given me some great feedback, some great ideas, and I would like to give him a big shout out and thank you very much, King Jad, for all the help. This is what I love about our community of detractors, whatever, trolls, that people are always out to help each other and always have a lot of fun and laughs on the Discord. With that being said, it's awesome. Anyways, so Phil claims that he wants to be interviewed by someone to get his side of the story out, to finally, once and for all, disprove us detractors and trolls, and try to set the record straight and all that. But he doesn't want to do it with anyone that will actually, face up to him and press him on some of the major issues. He just wants like someone that will signal boost his piggy sounds and his snorting. For me, this is like total bullshit. If he ever does it, it's gonna be with someone that's basically gonna give him some really lame ass questions like, "Hey Phil, why are you so awesome? Why are you so successful? Please tell me more about your YouTube and content creation history. Yes, I would love to hear all about the times when you were in the FGC and all this bullshit, blah blah blah." He won't pressure him. Excuse me. Whoever does the interview will not pressure him on the key facts, the key quote-unquote grievances that people have with them, because Phil will be screening the person that he gets interviewed by, if he ever does it, and the questions that he will be posed. He will not allow somebody to contradict him, or he'll jump out the call, basically. Yeah, that's you've heard this before. However, I am here to present my theory, and I might be just being paranoid and reading way too deep into this, but hear me out. This is what I think that's going on here. So first, we had the bot attacks last week, coming up on a week here in a couple of days. We had the bot attack. The bots, me personally, I still think Phil wasn't involved. I'm not saying he did it because he's a dumbass who can barely do anything by himself or try to figure shit out, but it was coordinated with him. He knew that shit was happening, and this is why. I've said this before. Personally, I think he knew, and for me, there's two pieces of proof that are essential to demonstrate that he was aware that this was a bot attack from the start. It wasn't like on his mind. There was never really the idea that it was a raid by somebody else. He knew this was going to happen, and he knew this was bots from the start. Two key points here for me. Number one, people are on his chat all the time. Detractors are all on his chat all the time with sock accounts, trying to mature those sock accounts to talk some shit to him, as they should, to confront him, and then he lean in bans them, and then they mature other socks account, and it goes on and on and on. When the bots show up, and his viewer base is suddenly boosted from like a couple of hundred people, 200, 300 people, to thousands of viewers, supposedly. And with that, imagine if it was like Review Tech USA or somebody like PewDiePie who said, go over to Phil's channel and talk shit to him. Try to do your best to talk shit to him. Tell him he's a scumbag or something like that, or even Keemstar. So, with all these viewers not knowing, supposedly, not knowing where they came from, he felt safe enough to unlock his, to get rid of subscriber only mode and ask these people to speak, to ask them supposedly where they were from, who had sent them. The reason he did that was knowing full well that there was nobody there really to respond. Nobody really respond. I mean, for a chat that's loaded with people just waiting to fuck with him, he felt safe enough to get rid of subscriber only modes. Basically, it was a free-for-all, and nothing happened. And he felt safe enough to do that. He wasn't afraid, should I take off subscriber only mode, should I not? He just did, and nothing happened. And he knew nothing would happen. So that's my point number one. Point two is a little minor, but it's still, like, Phil claims to be a transparent guy. However, once he supposedly realized that this was a bot attack, he said, oh, blah, 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 the bots were here, ignore them, is just an idiot, na 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 na. And then he said, yeah, they gave me a bunch of subscribers, but it's all gone away as they should, blah 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 blah. But he never updated his member count, even though a bunch of those memberships, those gifted memberships, were taken by bots. He never bothered to actually update and maybe, you know, set the number to whatever number it was, to the number to whatever the number was prior to the bot raid. If he really was such a transparent guy, he would say, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to take the number back. I know it might be a little over, because some real people actually took the gifted memberships, but if he was transparent, he would have set the number of memberships back to whatever it was before the bot attack, and he did not do that. And also something that is really funny is that the bots happen and there is T Michael Gamer with his finger on the trigger ready to donate, to drop membership bombs. He was right there on the spot, Johnny on the spot with the gifted memberships, and ready to just dish him out. But that's a minor point. My main point here are my main point to prove, like I said, the bots was his behavior and this behavior as this was taking place, as well as the gifted membership numbers. Here, so that's about the bots. That's why I think the bots were orchestrated with Phil, with Phil's knowledge, with Phil's involvement. Here's my second point why I think this is all a big play by our little pig roach here. A few days later, or actually yesterday or whenever it was, he comes out and he says that he wants to be interviewed by somebody. He puts out this tweet. Now, this tweet brings a bunch of extra attention. He already has a lot of attention on his Twitter, especially on his Twitter, but also on his YouTube channel. Negative or positive attention, he gets it. Probably more on the Twitter side of things. Yeah, he puts that out there. A bunch of people are talking about it, myself included, as we would normally, which is fine. Here's my whole theory of that about this. I believe this is all a big play because, like Phil keeps saying, the hardcore, super special, awesome gaming season's around the corner. Okay, with all these big releases. Here's what I think, and I could be wrong. This might be reading too deep into things, or I might just be paranoid. I think that this is a whole orchestration of Phil's and his little team of dentheads there to draw as much attention as they can to his channel, to his content. And they did that by, number one, with the bot attack, hoping that would somehow, like, brute force his YouTube channel onto the algorithm. Brute force his channel onto discoverability. And my second reason why I think this is, now he makes this interview allegation, and now his Twitter is getting a lot of movement. A lot of that movement will then translate to movement on his YouTube channel. And this, in Phil's mind, this also translates to possible growth on this channel, possible new viewers, possibly even one or two more whales, which is always nice. Phil loves those more than PETA. So yeah, that's what I think. I think this is a big ploy by Phil. I might be giving him and his dentheads a bit too much credit, but this is my theory, that he and his team, quote unquote, orchestrated all this in order to brute force Phil's channel into some sort of prominency, into some sort of visibility. Now the problem with all this is the execution of these ops are done with the grace of a bull in a china shop, and the bots backfired. They backfired immensely. This interview thing is total bullshit. My theory, 99% of, well, maybe 99% is going a bit too far, but let's say 85% of me thinks he'll never do any interview, and if he does, it's gonna be like some softcore interview with some stupid ass lolcow like the Quartering, or even Wings of Redemption, or LTG, or whoever the fuck. Even like with some dudes, with some dude like Frederick Knudsen, which, nothing wrong against the guy, but the dude's very, how am I gonna say it? The dude's very tame. He's very, like, he likes to look things from the outside. He does great content, but I don't think Phil Knudsen is the guy that will press Phil on the hardcore issues that we have against him. Mostly because the same way he approached Wings after he did Wings' Down the Rabbit Hole, he went on a call with Wings and was almost apologetic to the guy after having documented everything. Again, nothing against Frederick Knudsen. I like his content. He does some amazing content, a lot of research, a lot of hard work. Praise to him. But yeah, I don't think Fred Knudsen would be the guy to interview DSP in a way that would be in a way that would be contradictory at all to Phil. He wouldn't pressure him at all. I don't think he's not the guy for that. The guy to do that, for me personally, if I could have my way, it would be Mr. Shinko Fleur would be the dude that I would see get confronted by Phil, because despite Shinko having fire every single time he talks about DSP, pretty much, I think Shinko could hold his tongue and confront DSP in a way that would be both, like, respectful, but wouldn't let him get away with the bullshit Phil's used to getting away with. But I digress. So to summarize, that's my theory: the bots and the interview thing is just can't say elaborate because if this is the case, this is like blunt forcing, but it's a ploy to try to push DSP's channel and DSP's content, even DSP's Twitter, into the limelight, into the prominency in YouTube, even in Twitter, and try to fish out some more whales. So yeah, that's what I had in mind. I just thought I wanted to share. Again, I could be completely wrong. I could be completely disproven. If you do feel that I'm going off the rails here, if I'm being totally paranoid, please tell me. I'm happy to conversate, like Wing says. And yeah, if you have a different, I'm not saying that other people that have different opinions from what I just presented are like insane or they're stupid. Not at all. I respect people's opinions. This is my own. I would, if you have something to counter, some arguments to counter what I'm saying, please by all means let me know. I'm more than happy to engage in conversation. Yeah, so that's it. That's my rambling for today. Thanks for watching, if anybody did. Shout out to all the detractors out there. Keep up the good work, keep up the pressure on this big roach, and I will catch you guys sometime soon.